All right, Steve, another Battle of the Unbeatens. We get to check this one out on ESPN Plus. This one's going to be on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock Eastern. Love basketball on ESPN Plus, by the way. Big fan of the replays and all that
Hmm.
good stuff. If you can't watch it live, you get to see the thing in its entirety. I actually sometimes like watching it not live just because you can skip through the commercials so you can get the game that's normally 2 hours and an hour and 15. And when you got a little one that's almost running
Yeah,
around,
yeah, that's
saving
true.
just a minute every now and again is worth it. But we got a battle of the unbeatens between Iowa State and Northern Iowa, and I think this is going to be actually a really good game. I'm leaning towards the Cyclones for obvious reasons here, but I think this one is going to be one that you should pay attention to. Iowa State's been fantastic so far this season. They looked fantastic against Cleveland State. They looked great against Southern, but Northern Iowa looked really good, especially against St. Louis in the last one, winning by 20. And I think that this is something that, again, they're going to be tested against these Lady Cyclones, but I don't think it's good. This is going to be no walk in the park for Iowa State as well.
Oh no, absolutely. I mean, Northern Iowa, they're not afraid to schedule big teams. I mean, later on this weekend, I think Creighton comes in to the McLeod Center to play
Mhm.
Northern Iowa. But first, Northern Iowa is going to try to solve Iowa State. I'm not that familiar with the Northern Iowa roster. I have not seen them play this year. I haven't seen a lot of write ups on them. I do know that they have a pretty highly regarded point guard in Maya McDermott. You know, she hit 5 threes in the last game. He had 23 points in total against St. Louis. But Iowa State's ranked number 7 for a reason.
Mhm.
You know, their fifth year senior, Ashley Jones, currently leads Iowa State on both offense and defense
She's one of my
with two.
favorite players to watch in the league this year.
Yeah, you had said that when we were doing a preview, I believe, and
Mhm.
I went back and caught a game in a replay, and yeah, wow, yeah, just wow. I mean, there are some great basketball players, playing for universities in the state of Iowa. Maybe Iowa's the capital of women's college
Yeah.
basketball in the aggregate, not individual teams, but in the
Right.
aggregate, it's pretty amazing. Jones has 43 points and 25 rebounds, along with
Mhm.
6 assists and 3 blocks so far.
Yeah, the only thing that I can say on her is that she hasn't figured out her 3-point shot yet. 2 for 14 from behind the arc, and still leading the team in points per game. If she gets that going, I mean, she might be in the Player of the Year contention if she can get her 3-point shot going because she looks good everywhere else. She looks good from the field. Her rebounding's fantastic, and she's doing it on both sides of the ball. She's pretty even on the offensive rebound and defensive rebound. She's got
Mm-hmm.
11 on the offensive side, 14 on the defensive side. She's hardly making turnovers. She is doing a very good job for this team. You can tell that she's the leader of this squad. It's awesome that she came back for her fifth season, I believe it is.
Yeah, this is her
No,
fifth year season. Yeah,
yeah,
senior. Yes.
awesome to see that her come back for this one. We're going to see her playing the WNBA when the draft rolls around. Wouldn't be surprised if she's a top 5 pick. If I'm being completely honest, I'm rooting for her to be number 4 to Washington. That's just my thoughts, but I really, really like Ashley Jones and the Iowa State Cyclones here. However, I do think this is their toughest challenge moving into this game. I think that this is one that's going to give them possible some headaches, if you will. I think they come up on top at the end of it, but I think we might see some weaknesses pop out, maybe something that they can help to make some adjustments as they get into Big 12 play or as they get into the end of the month when they have to take on a team like Michigan State in the Phil Knight Invitational. So
Yeah.
this is, I think, a great game for them, a great setup game to move forward into the rest of the year. I'm looking forward to watching this. I mean, we got one of the games that you and I are really excited to look at the beginning of December when Iowa State takes on Iowa. So
Yeah.
we really got to see Iowa State turn it up, and I think we're going to see it in this game, but they might have a hiccup or two throughout the game. Wednesday night, ESPN Plus, 7 o'clock Eastern. It's going to be a great game, Steve.
It's going to be, and the nice thing with Jones is she doesn't have to drain the three because Lexi Donarski and the other guard, Emily Ryan, they have a pretty nice stroke from beyond the arc. So a very balanced offense team. They've got a great inside attack as well. Uh, I'm looking forward to watching this game in real time. It's another game I'm going to try to watch in real time because I really want to see the dynamic between Donarski and Ryan and Jones and how that all gels against what's going to be a very competitive Northern Iowa Panther team.
All right, so check that one out. 7 o'clock Eastern on ESPN Plus.